Okay, here we are on part 2 of the JK383.
We're back out here on the JK383 build, and we're going to start today on cylinder heads. These are not a high dollar set of cylinder heads. They're Liberty 220 or 200cc heads. I've had them for a while. They need cleaned up, but we're going to take them apart, do some work on the ports, do a 1206 match on them, and probably end up replacing the springs, retainers, and keepers, and all that good stuff. So we might even do some bowl work in here, try to get these a little bit better on the performance side. But they're pretty good. They're pretty good heads, even though they're, aluminum cheap castings. But they're a pretty good head, so we'll see how they turn out. All right, I just pulled the exhaust valve and just wanted to kind of look. I mean, this equipment looks pretty good. Springs look pretty good. I don't know about these retainers, but I mean, they don't look bad. I don't know if I'm going to tear these apart and replace this or not. I mean, these are pretty good looking valves. I may just, I don't know, I may tear them apart. We'll just see what we got. All right, I think this is going to be suitable, the valves, retainers, and all that. So I'm going to put the valves back in it. We're going to do a mild port job on these intake ports, do a 1206 match. Probably won't, since we're not going to pull all the valves. I mean, these seats look pretty good. We probably won't. They really don't look too bad at all. I know, if we're all out performance, we'd want to port them. I think these are going to be all right. Yep. So I just need cleaned up. So we'll get them cleaned up. The intake at the very minimum. Just even if we done a funnel port here on the gasket side, right here, smooth that up a little bit, and then on the exhaust side, we might touch some of the rough castings up. I don't. Okay, so I've made several videos on this second volume on the JK383 build. However, they've all been on hyperlapse, and I did not realize that. So I'll get you up to speed. The heads are on, the timing gear is on. I had to take the 3 cam bolts out. They were rubbing the timing cover, so I'm going to end up putting short bolts in with a locking plate. have the lifters soaking in oil. These need to soak for a while before you put them in. So you can see the air bubbles. I don't know if you can see them coming out, but that's air and coming out of those lifters. You want those lifters full of oil. So we'll let them soak for a while before we put them in. Okay, we've got the heads on, lifters, push rods in. All the rocker arms have been set last already. They're ready to go, and we'll clean up these heads just a little bit, and we're gonna put the intake manifold on. Okay, so we got the intake manifold on. We're getting ready to put the harmonic balancer on. Okay, so we had this thing all ready to go, fired up on ready to fire it up on the stand, and now tearing it down to change the intake because of a crack right there in the intake manifold spraying water. So we're at the tear tape before we fire it up.